Chapter 18. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them, and took Gath and its towns out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab, and the Moabites became servants to David, and brought tribute. And David smote Hadarezer, king of Zobah, unto Hamath, as he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 7,000 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen, and David hocked all the chariot horses, but reserved of them for 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadarezer, king of Zobah, David smote of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David, and brought tribute. And Jehovah gave victory to David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadarezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Tibhath and from Cun, cities of Hadarezer, David took very much brass, wherewith Solomon made the brazen sea, and the pillars, and the vessels of brass. And when Tou, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadarezer, king of Zobah, he sent Hadoram his son to King David to salute him, and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadarezer, and smitten him, for Hadarezer had wars with Tou. And he had with him all manner of vessels of gold and silver and brass. These also did King David dedicate unto Jehovah, with the silver and the gold that he carried away from all the nations, from Edom, and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek. Moreover, Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, smote of the Edomites in the valley of Salt 18,000, and he put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became servants to David. And Jehovah gave victory to David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel, and he executed justice and righteousness unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder, and Zadok the son of Ahitub and Abimelech the son of Abiathar were priests, and Shavshah was scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Kerethites and the Pelethites, and the sons of David were chief about the king. End of chapter 18. Chapter 19. And it came to pass after this, that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his stead. And David said, I will show kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. So David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon to Hanun to comfort him. But the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, in that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Are not his servants come unto thee to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land? So Hanun took David's servants, and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Then there went certain persons, and told David how the men were served. And he sent to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire them chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia, and out of Aram-Maacah, and out of Zobah. So they hired them 32,000 chariots. And the king of Maacah and his people, who came and encamped before Medeba. And the children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities, and came to battle. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab, and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out, and put the battle in array at the gate of the city. And the kings that were come were by themselves in the field. Now when Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he committed into the hand of Abishai his brother, and they put themselves in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the man for our people, and for the cities of our God, and Jehovah do that which seemeth him good. So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai his brother, and entered into the city. Then Joab came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, they sent messengers, and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river, with Shophach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, at their head. And it was told David, and he gathered all Israel together, and passed over the Jordan, and came upon them, and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew of the Syrians the men of 7,000 chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shophach the captain of the host. And when the servants of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, they made peace with David, and served him. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon any more. End of chapter 19. Chapter 20. And it came to pass, at the time of the return of the year, at the time when kings go out to battle, that Joab led forth the army, and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried at Jerusalem, and Joab smote Rabbah, and overthrew it. And David took the crown of their king from off his head, and found it to weigh 1 talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it, and it was set upon David's head. And he brought forth the spoil of the city, exceeding much. And he brought forth the people that were therein, and cut them with saws, and with harrows of iron, and with axes. And thus did David unto all the cities of the children of Ammon, and David and all the people returned to Jerusalem. And it came to pass after this, that there arose war at Gezer with the Philistines. Then Sibbecai the Hushathite slew Sippai of the sons of the giant, and they were subdued. And there was again war with the Philistines. And Elhanan the son of Jair slew Lemai, the brother of Goliath the Gittite, the staff of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was again war at Gath, where was a man of great stature, whose fingers and toes were 24, 6 on each hand, and 6 on each foot. And he also was born unto the giant. And when he defied Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimea, David's brother, slew him. These were born unto the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants. End of chapter 20. Chapter 21. And Satan stood up against Israel, and moved David to number Israel. And David said to Joab and to the princes of the people, Go, number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring me word, that I may know the sum of them. And Joab said, Jehovah make his people 100 times as many as they are. But, my lord the king, are they not all my lord's servants? Why doth my lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of guilt unto Israel? Nevertheless the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed, and went throughout all Israel, and came to Jerusalem. And Joab gave up the sum of the numbering of the people unto David. And all they of Israel were 1,000,000 and 100,000 men that drew sword. And Judah was 460,010 men that drew sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. And God was displeased with this thing, therefore he smote Israel. And David said unto God, I have sinned greatly in that I have done this thing. But now put away, I beseech thee, the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. And Jehovah spake unto Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and speak unto David, saying, Thus saith Jehovah, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So Gad came to David, and said unto him, Thus saith Jehovah, Take which thou wilt, either 3 years of famine, or 3 months to be consumed before thy foes, while the sword of thine enemies overtaketh thee, or else 3 days the sword of Jehovah, even pestilence in the land, and the angel of Jehovah destroying throughout all the borders of Israel. Now therefore consider what answer I shall return to him that sent me. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let me fall, I pray, into the hand of Jehovah, for very great are his mercies, and let me not fall into the hand of man. So Jehovah sent a pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. And God sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was about to destroy, Jehovah beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the destroying angel, It is enough, now stay thy hand. And the angel of Jehovah was standing by the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. And David lifted up his eyes, and saw the angel of Jehovah standing between earth and heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand, stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders, clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. And David said unto God, Is it not I that commanded the people to be numbered? Even I it is that have sinned and done very wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thy hand, I pray thee, O Jehovah my God, be against me and against my father's house, but not against thy people, that they should be plagued. Then the angel of Jehovah commanded Gad to say to David, that David should go up and rear an altar unto Jehovah in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. And David went up at the saying of Gad, which he spake in the name of Jehovah. And Ornan turned back, and saw the angel, and his 4 sons that were with him hid themselves. Now Ornan was threshing wheat. And as David came to Ornan, Ornan looked and saw David, and went out of the threshing floor, and bowed himself to David with his face to the ground. Then David said to Ornan, Give me the place of this threshing floor, that I may build thereon an altar unto Jehovah. For the full price shalt thou give it me, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Ornan said unto David, Take it to thee, and let my lord the king do that which is good in his eyes. Lo, I give thee the oxen for burnt offerings, and the threshing instruments for wood, and the wheat for the meal offering. I give it all. And King David said to Ornan, Nay, but I will verily buy it for the full price. For I will not take that which is thine for Jehovah, nor offer a burnt offering without cost. So David gave to Ornan for the place 600 shekels of gold by weight. And David built there an altar unto Jehovah, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings, and called upon Jehovah. And he answered him from heaven by fire upon the altar of burnt offering. And Jehovah commanded the angel, and he put up his sword again into the sheath thereof. At that time, when David saw that Jehovah had answered him in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, then he sacrificed there. For the tabernacle of Jehovah, which Moses made in the wilderness, and the altar of burnt offering were at that time in the high place at Gibeon. But David could not go before it to inquire of God, for he was afraid because of the sword of the angel of Jehovah. End of chapter 21.